Hey, alright guys, so if you're watching this video, it means that I sent off my Supreme Court writ of certiorari. So, yeah, it really doesn't matter anyway. The channel's so shadow banned that, none of y'all even really know what's going on. Maybe a handful do. Like, my videos get banned, my lives get banned. There's people in different regions that don't even get my community page. So, like, at this point, I've hired 6 out of 6 attorneys, and they've all backdoored me. So, like, a year ago, I started continuing my case, and that's why, it takes a lot. You see, this is 11 copies of, like, over 300 pages of stuff that I'm mailing off to Supreme Court, and I've had to do all this law myself. That's why you don't get a lot on the channel, as well as the channel's never paid off, ever. Not once. I might have gotten a shout out here or two. But like my viral pullover videos go viral, but it's like not because no one will bother to say, hey, it's because this guy's exposing a Pennsylvania pedophile scandal run by the cops. Nobody has any idea. So anyway, I don't put effort into this channel anymore. And, before I really go down that negative hole of negativity, you're seeing the result of it. I put zero effort into these things anymore. This is just for the fans that want to know. That out of my 42,000 fans, and there's some animosity too, because somebody hooked me up with somebody. I'm shadow banned, and I say that, and I ask for y'all's help to put me in touch. And then I have like people argue me or tell me, hey, hit up this guy. Well, when you're shadow banned, they don't hear you, right? Like your emails don't go through, and sometimes they do, and even then, like especially with links, like the stuff that's actually happened to me, like having my triple attempted murder and stabber on film, apologizing for it, and the veterans that hit it, and the police that hit it, and digging up George Soros scandal. That's how far. Like, you guys know, the guy that stabbed me has a fraudulent bankruptcy. So does the district attorney that hit it for him. And it turns out they all run a real estate and bankruptcy fraud racket, the whole state judicial elite, out of my home county. So that's like what I've come into. And again, like I dug up all this stuff, and it's all linked and before the courts, and I've drug it before every court in this nation, and this great pedophile protecting nation that's run by kid diddlers and cowards can't seem to constitute any single one individual. They don't even fucking carry this. So that's why you guys get this new format. I didn't even bother taking the TV down, which I don't even have time to watch. So I just taped this on here. Anyway, so I guess I'll just do a big recap. I've been on like an 8-year journey exposing the state of Pennsylvania, hide by triple attempted murder and stabbing, and I just got into it. Like the guy that stabbed me has a fraudulent bankruptcy, so does my district attorney. Well, it turns out, like the state judicial elite, because Adams County, my small county, has 4 sitting judges. They got them all turned. They run a real estate and bankruptcy fraud racket out of my county, and I caught the attorney general took over the case prosecuting me for exposing this. Caught that attorney backdooring me, so I represented myself against the attorney general, deputy attorney general, and caught her fabricating and destroying evidence. So then they had to withdraw all those charges. So I escaped out of that as my own attorney in criminal law. I, pretty much beat the attorney general. They had to force a baloney $200 fine through. So anyway, I'm suing them in federal court for malicious prosecution for doing that. And I hired another attorney, cost me tens of thousands of dollars, all my money. That's why I live in a trailer in the woods, hiding out, that guy was backdooring me, so he didn't bring on the evidence of the attorney general fabricating just evidence and destroying evidence, which is in my Supreme Court appeal. Supreme Court writ of certiorari. Nobody knows what that is, but we'll just say Supreme Court appeal. Yes, so that's what I've been doing. So I caught my attorney in my case. I'm suing them civilly because, it's the prosecutors that are prosecuting me for exposing their racket. So, like, I can only sue them civilly. I can't prosecute them for crimes. So, like, I'm suing them civilly in federal court. Well, I caught my attorney protecting the attorney general, because the attorney general's done and elected governor of Pennsylvania now, Josh Shapiro. and he had one of his deputies do the prosecution. But anyway, that's who took over prosecuting me, because literally his special agent in the Attorney General's office is the one whose father-in-law is writing the fake deeds for the racket. He's the one who wiped my phone, pulling out the illegal warrant. It's all in here. It's all about the grace of the Supreme Court's desk. They're about to get drugged through it. But anyway, so I caught my attorney doing that, and then filed all this stuff to the federal record, because the judge dismissed the case against the Attorney General for malicious prosecution, because my attorney didn't bring it on the record. So I'm like, wait, where did he do it? He didn't do that, blah, 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 blah. Okay. So I caught him not doing that. Then I filed it to the record. The judge's been hiding it ever since. It's been a year, and I've done videos on it that you may or may not have seen, and it doesn't matter anyway. I feel like, whose line is it anyway? Because nothing really matters. And this right here is more effort than I want to do for YouTube. Like, literally, I'm doing this out of respect for my fans, that I feel there's no reason to do it, because, like, y'all aren't, I'm not, this doesn't help expose my story. I'm just been focusing on the law just to keep it alive. I'm going other routes. Like, this is what you guys get, right? It doesn't go anywhere. I have to put my efforts into things to pay off. So anyway, what happened was, on my last real good video, live, it's pretty rare to get a video of a federal court hearing. So if y'all watch that, I caught the judge just, hiding everything, like, live. Like, you figured that, it's not like every day you get your triple attempted murder and stabber to apologize on video. And you figure that would, help, like, break a case, or, like, convince people what you're saying is real. But, just like that, I brought this. I don't even know where I was going with that crybaby complaint. YouTube. Yeah, I caught the judge. Watch that episode. Doesn't even matter. And so, caught the judge hiding everything. So I did a circuit court. So there's federal district court. That's where that judge was hiding everything. So I'm like, all right, federal circuit court. And I printed all that up. And that's all in the thing, because it costs like $50,000 to do a federal circuit writ of mandamus, and that's to force a lower court to review. And even then, it's really rare to even qualify for it, because the court was that broken and out of line. So anyway, I did that, and that was a real big victory. None of y'all know about that, because it's posted on the the community board, which y'all are not allowed to see, and nobody shares, and it's not allowed to, nobody carries this, so it doesn't matter anyway. Yeah, I posted that. I did a Supreme Court, or a circuit court writ of mandamus, and I was like, high five, I got him, man. I drug it out, because it's, they're approving these federal fraudulent bankruptcies, YouTube. They're approving these fraudulent bankruptcies, through the federal middle district, right? And that's the district that has my case. So when I went to the circuit court, I'm like, great, man, I get to drag all this stuff off in front of the circuit court, right? And the evil genius thing I did was like, man, if you look at these appendix, man, I can't even get into it. There's appendix H, through L, M, and anyway, a lot of these appendices are because I'm talking about their the reason why the state's going through these lengths is because I'm exposing a real estate and bankruptcy fraud racket. So anyway, I've attached this all along the way, because I've been showing everyone, this is what I'm exposing. This is, my stabber's fraudulent bankruptcy. It's my district attorney's fraudulent bankruptcy. This is the special agent at the Attorney General's office that fabricated this search warrant to break into my phone. Here's his family's fraudulent bankruptcies. Here's his father-in-law writing these fraudulent deeds for this racket that I got arrested when I was covering. All this stuff that doesn't matter, YouTube, because this is a spit bubble bone. But stay tuned, because I'm gonna have some poop video for you YouTubers that like to watch that stuff, the spit bubble 1A blowing 1A community that likes police interactions, and I'm gonna have poop. I'm going to finish off with poop, so stay to the end. I should have written that off. If I cared enough, I'd edit this back in the beginning and be like, hey guys, stick to the end because there's going to be poop at the end of the video. And everyone will be like, yay, I should stick to the end to watch. You know, that and or like, you know, even my fat cop videos I'm shadow banned, right? I've a really good short. I just caught like an uber crazy fat cop on a motorcycle. Like, it's hilarious, but you know, it's not allowed to be seen. Same with that white deer. That white deer I caught on film, like everyone that has an albino deer on film has like 1 million views. Not me. Stood there and had a conversation with it with a dog. Not me. But anyway, YouTube. Boring story short. Attached as evidence, you know, all of this stuff is, you know, all this evidence, right? So I get to drag it in front of all these different courts. I've drug it through state municipal, state county, state superior, state supreme. And I've been working up the feds, federal district, federal circuit. Now this is the federal Supreme Court, the Supreme Court. But the boring story short, I dragged this in front of the circuit court, right? Because I was really excited because I got it out of the Pennsylvania Federal Middle District. Those are the guys that are doing the fraudulent bankruptcies and the kid diddling and all that, right? So that I brought it up in front of the circuit court. I was like, yay, right? That was my writ of mandamus that I did. And it took them 3 days to deny. 3, you know? And they just completely ignored it. Everything. It's completely ignored everything. They broke judicial federal judge code. Because the things that I linked in there through the appendices, like they have to report it. It's federal judge code of conduct. Like the district judge. Like she conspired with the clerk of courts to change my filings, change the names of my filings so she could hide them. And it doesn't matter because I can explain this to y'all bullface anyway. And even my own veterans will try to get me thrown in jail for asking them for help, you know, exposing the kid diddling cops, hide my triple attempted murder. Same ones that lose child rape kit pictures, hide my shit. But Americans are kid diddlers and cowards, man. You know, what can I say? This is who we are and who we run by. Allow ourselves to operate us. So anyway, can't beat them, join them, right? I'm cowarding out, man. I'm hiding out in a trailer in the woods. I've joined you guys. Not much fun for kid diddling. But anyway, the circuit court, the circuit court just ignored everything. Yeah, I posted it up on the page, but nobody sees and nothing matters. So I was really butthurt for a little while, but I had 90 days. Had 90 days to do a Supreme Court writ of certiorari, and it's again like the circuit court, by ignoring this, they broke all procedure of every court. So it actually qualified them for a Supreme Court writ of certiorari, right? And you're wondering why I'm showing off this stack of documents is so like I linked all that stuff through, and as long as I check all the boxes, right, the Supreme Court has to review it to deny it, right? And guess what's all attached in here? All the fraudulent bankruptcies and the fraudulent deeds and all this stuff, and them hiding my triple attempted murder and all the stuff that I could tie directly to my case. You know, the kid diddling and the HUD fraud and the hiding the kid diddling to hide the HUD fraud. That didn't make it in this because it's, you know, that's just an extra case. That's just the cop that hid my triple attempted murder and stabbing. He just hid that case as well. And Gettysburgers love farming people, and that's why they love this cop, because he's their wash-up guy that enables them to continue to have sex with children and stab out-of-town veterans and farm tourists. America. Talking to you, Gettysburg. So anyway, where was I going with this? So, I drug this all through. I checked all the boxes. It should work. For the Supreme Court, should get accepted anyway. I'll mail this off in a box. It's funny. I did all the law and everything, and like linked it all. Like they're gonna have to review all this shit to deny it. But one of the things was, if y'all didn't know, you're looking at 11 of these copies. So like 10 copies in an original, right? That's just the Supreme Court's paper version. And that's only if you apply for me, like in form of pauperous, like you're too poor to pay. Because if you didn't apply for informa pauperis, you would owe them 40 spiral bound copies in booklet format. There's like actually a special printing press in the nation that like specializes in like legal printing, that does that specializes in that. So I'd have to pay for 40 of those at like 300 pages a piece, but it's in like small booklet format, so that'd probably be like 600 pages, like half-size pages. Anyway, I'd have to owe them that many if I didn't apply for like poor man's status. So that's why I only have to owe them 11 of these copies. And yeah, dude. So I was like, all right, it's plus all my appendices and all the stuff I'm attaching. It's gonna be like over 3,000 pages. And I'm like, all right, well, you know, it's gonna be a pain in my butt doing on my little printer and whatnot. I'm gonna live in a trailer, you know, in the woods. I'm a full-headed veteran in a trailer in the woods. Oh man, there's my full hat. Oh. All right, we got it. You guys got it, right? There we go. All right. So, anyway, where was I? I'm not even gonna bother editing this out because again, this is the most effort we're gonna get. So, poop. Was I gonna show poop? No, it's not time for poop yet. It's coming. It's gonna be all in one shot because I'm not gonna bother to edit this. Probably not even bother to fast forward the part where I go show the poop part. But anyway, we're just gonna keep dragging y'all on, saying there's a poop part at the end, and maybe we'll get some watch time. Maybe jump the algorithm. So yeah. Okay. 11 copies. Oh, 3,000 pages, man. So I'm like, all right. It's going to cost me a lot in ink to print that out and whatnot. So I went on like Office Space, Office Max, whatever, online printing. The cheapest you can get is like a quarter a page. So like at their cheapest everything, it would still have cost me like, what, $750, and then plus probably shipping and whatnot. And that's before I ship it off, because that's just the copies before I got to go ship it off, because you got to ship it, send it postal service to the clerk of courts at the Supreme Court. So anyway, that was just that. That would have cost me just $750 just in professional printing services. So I priced it out on Amazon, and I got like you know, a bunch of like Amazon paper. That's where all this come from. And the like cheap Chinese knockoff ink cartridges where you gotta like eyeball to make sure it's not running out of ink because it doesn't have the sensors in them. But anyway, dude, like that. Paper and ink alone on a computer and software and a printer that I already owned. Just the ink and paper and fasteners was like $250. And I haven't even sent it yet. I'm lucky like one of the boxes, because I ran out. Do you see, like, that's more than 5. It took like, what, 7 or more eaves of paper? Like, that's only a 5 spot. I needed a bigger box. I needed a bigger boat. And Joss, I needed a bigger box. So anyway, that's the update for those of you that care. You know, those of you that care, you try to get this out there in front of other people. And I'm not wrapping up yet. Don't worry, the poop's coming. So I'll link this Supreme Court down below. I probably should have said that like right off the bat. But again, nothing matters. And don't bother like writing words of support down below, because like you'll say that that's for the algorithm, but I don't have for an algorithm. It'll just make me feel bad for not responding, but I don't put time into this. So like if you guys wanted to do something, you could like try to get somebody's ear to cover this. But anyway, I think maybe it's time to pump poop. Yeah, I'm sending this off tomorrow, and I have to digitally serve it. There's like 3 more copies that I own, but luckily I can digitally serve that to the jerks in the district court. So anyway, if y'all watching this means this went out the door, and wait to hear back for y'all that bother to care. This is what's going on. If you bother to care, you try to get this in front of somebody. And again, like, I can't tell you how many years of frustration I'll have of like asking for someone to, you know, you guys to link me up with somebody, and then like down in the comments, people will be like, oh, hit up this person or this person, and like, you didn't think I tried that, you know? Like, the reason I ask you guys is because I've never gotten through. It's because I'm shadow banned. So, like, people don't see my text messages. They don't see my links. They don't see anything. And, like, I can't link stuff. So I need, like, y'all telling them I'm legit. And, again, it doesn't matter. And this is why I'm not even bothering to edit this video. So, for those of you that care, again, if you care, thanks. I'll start up again if it matters. But, This is what I've been up to, like fighting the law, because 6 out of 6 attorneys that I paid backdoored me, and like I asked my veterans for help, and they're a bunch of kid diddlers and cowards. All of them that I've talked to, they don't bother to talk to me. Like, you know, I mean, that's why they just like hide. So anyway, yeah, fuck you and America, and I'm not gonna edit that out. Don't care. Do you want to watch me have poop? So yeah, I live in a trailer in the woods because it's like I have to hide, because not only is it legal to you know, stab me and hide it, but like they repeatedly kept doing that up there in and around Gettysburg in Pennsylvania. So like I know, like repeatedly, it's just a matter of time until they can just hide and off me, because they already did it. So that's why I live in a trailer in the woods, and I gotta pump my own shit, because now that, because you guys are asking what I'm up to, right? Like I gotta hide out in the woods, and I gotta do the law, and I don't gotta do the YouTube channel because it doesn't go anywhere, and it's butt fucking worthless and butt fucking frustrating, and hate everything about it. And this is why I don't make movies anymore. I bet you guys are really turned off by hearing me sound like this too, right? Well, it's mutual. It's been a complete worthless, frustrating waste of time. Do you want me to watch what I've been up to? You guys want to watch what I've been up to? Wait, no. Hold on. You guys want to watch what I've been up to? So I had to set up my trailer in the woods, right? I didn't even have air. See, that's 11 copies, man. I didn't even have room to freaking do it. So I had to set up my trailer in the woods, right? And that's cool, and I got it set up. But the problem is, like, you know, no permanent plumbing, because then you like break code and whatnot. So I gotta pump my tank, right? But I got it all jerry-rigged, and it's actually really fun, and I'm really proud of it. I've been wanting to share it with you guys because it's about on par with something I feel like the 1A community would be interested in. So, like, I have this toilet pump, right? And it's meant to, like, pump a toilet up to, like, a septic tank, like, uphill. But it's got to pump my stuff way over there, right? So this is what I do in between doing law. And this is why I don't do the YouTube channel, because it sucks and doesn't go anywhere, and I have to pump shit out of my house. And that's why I'm busy doing law and pumping shit out of my house. So I got to pull this lever, but then I got to be careful. I got to throttle it with that one, because it's like only designed to have a toilet bowl flush full, and there's like probably like 35 toilet bowl flush full. It's about flush through here. It'll bust that seal. So I should throttle it right here, but I'm going to try to be in frame and in shot as it's happening. And we're all just going to do this in like one frame. And on the end of it, I actually might put this in an editor, because I have earlier videos. There's like me and the dog. There's a really nice one of me and the dog in the river, and then more funny stuff of me printing this out. So anyway, you see a sewage holding tank, and I'm gonna, all right, where is that? Okay, all right, is that for the tripod? All right, tripod works there. We're gonna pull that, and here it comes. I gotta throttle it. Oh no, I gotta throttle it. Oh, it's gonna go too fast. Watch, it's gonna break the seal. You see that? Uh-oh. Is it going? Okay. All right, I throttled it. All right, we're good. It's going. Okay, cool. All right. All right, we ain't got no blowback. Yay. All right, cool, man. All right, now I got this hose, so I can like plug that valve and then flush out my tank. So I only have to do this if I can serve, like, you know, like once a month or something like that. Anyway, YouTube. Watch. I won't even edit this out. Don't even care, man. Oh, there we go. Now it's flushing out, and I got my little counter on there. Got my little counter on there, so I know about when it's done flushing. All right, just to document, this is the ridiculousness of what's going on. So I'm printing out like 3,300 pages for the Supreme Court to mail it off, and hopefully it fits in that box down there. But I have to put my printer here because that's like where the network connects on the house. And if I close my blinds here, it's that sensitive. Like, I'll lower it to printing 4 pages a minute because I have to bounce the signal from there to the network at the house to back over here. And this is my weed spot. So, like, I had to move my weed over there so I don't get weed on the Supreme Court's papers. This is really happening because I'm in a trailer. I'm doing a Supreme Court appeal in a trailer. That's not a beaver, that's a sea otter. Did you guys see that? Right here at Riley's Lock. Did you guys see that? Bullet didn't see it. There he is. That ain't a beaver, dude. You guys wouldn't believe me if I wasn't doing this. I got my camo on, that's why you can't see me. Told you guys. That's an otter. That's a river otter, dude. I don't know what it's doing here in the Potomac. I didn't know we had them things here. Stay, dog. Shit. Did you see what I just slipped in? Stay, dog. Dog's got him. You saw it with me, dog. Wow. There's so many things only me and dog seen together. All right, you guys want to see the most unreal pheasant back I've ever seen? That's how thick this stuff is. I don't know. That is ridiculous. That's ridiculous. That's all coming off of one stump. I'm gonna be able to one-hand that. This is right there. I hear by warm water put it. This is when I knew these old silver maples, they hold these things. I'm starting to figure out what's good, where, and when. It only took me 3 years, but yeah, man, I can't believe. Look at this thing. That is. Let me check out for slither and things. I don't get distracted. That is phenomenal. It's all mostly good too. Would have been better a couple days ago, and we had a frost last night, but that's going home. That is a trophy. Well, might have a bucket list here. Well, it might have caught a fish. You guys are gonna watch my dog catch a giant. Oh my God, that's a giant black crappie. That's one of the biggest crappie I've ever seen. What's the matter, Bullet? You gonna give up on? I didn't even know they were in here. Oh my goodness. Bullet, go and catch a fish. Bullet caught a fish. Bullet caught a citation-sized black crappie. Look at the size of this black crappie. No, Bullet, you're good. You guys, look at the size of this black crappie Bullet just caught. You guys, this is unreal. I don't know. Do you guys see the size of this thing? This is like a 1.5 pound black crappie. But I didn't even know these guys were in here. It's my trick dog catching fish. You guys hear that? We have a high action shot. We have a train coming across the bridge. We have a dog, a river, and some mushrooms up on a really dangerous log. How many dangers can we fit into one shot? Is the train coming? We're gonna have to fast forward the audio. My ad hoc real-time voiceover didn't work. Got it. Freight train. Got it. The mushroom was on the danger log with the danger dog. you doing, Danger Dog? We're right here at the